Hi. So the other day I had an experience with a client who came to buy land. So this made me realize that there's a lot of misunderstanding and trust outside there when it comes to the whole process ya client kununua shamba, what it takes for them to buy land until the end. Yeah. And her comments were very simple, that it was a very seamless experience. Now, one of her biggest fear was the fact that how easy it was and how fast it was. Yeah. So this made me realize that there might be a lot of people out there who actually have the same fear yenye that might make them think that investing should be a very difficult process. Yeah. So I want to simplify this for you and make it the easiest possible thing for you to do. So anytime you're going to buy land, yeah, the process should be as simple as day. But this comes maybe after you've done your due diligence, right? So always make sure that ukienda kununua shamba, go to the project, view the project, check for the beacons, check for the drainage, and the most important part, also check on the size of the land. Yeah, that is what you see. Now behind the curtains is where the work is happening. This is where the documentation part comes in. Yeah? This is where you have to be very keen on the documentation. Whether these guys already have title deeds for that specific land, and especially if it's an estate, probably let's say, give an example like what we have, which is a small estate of 19 units. Yeah, make sure that you see a physical title deed for every plot, or specifically the one you're looking to purchase, and the size. Yeah. Now the other thing should be the search. Make sure you do the search and your small due diligence hapa kule. That is what you do. Probably look for a surveyor or an advocate who can help you through that process. That should be the most difficult part of purchasing land. But when it comes to the actual purchasing, it should be a very easy thing. One, because we have ready title, then the other process should be the search. If the search is good and the due diligence is good, you've done your search, you've done your green card search, then the rest of the work should be as simple as day. Walk into our offices, carry your ID, your KRA, your passport photos, have a sit down, and then draft a sales agreement. The sales agreement should indicate the plot number, the title number, the payment mode that you and probably the company have settled on. And then once you're done, sign your agreement, get your receipt. That is if you're doing a deposit. And most importantly, it's good to do deposit just before you get your title, and then probably finish the rest when you're probably coming to pick the title. But there are those guys who will probably pay one-off or do a 50% payment. Always make sure you get your sales agreement indicating the amount that you have paid and how the balance will be paid. Be very keen on this hidden clauses, yeah, that might probably put some difficulty on your side. This is when probably you're late on paying, when the company defaults on providing the title on your side. Always make sure you look for those clauses that safeguard you. Yeah. So after this, make sure that you get your receipt. Very important to get the receipts of the payment that you've made. And after that, make sure you walk into an office where the advocate is, have that agreement signed, and once that is done, you're good to go. The purchase process should be as easy as day. The only time now this process becomes very tedious and difficult is if the company has something to hide. One, what do the company usually have to hide? It could be that probably the size of the shamba is not the same as what is expected on the title. Two, it could be probably the plot that you're buying is not what they're selling. The project you've seen is probably not it, or there's some sort of hidden story behind that land. The other part is probably if they don't have a title deed. If the company does not have a title deed for that specific land, there's going to be a lot of stories in between, yeah, just to try and blind you from seeing the actual reality. Yeah? And it happens. Most people will find themselves in those situations. So those are the main reasons as to why a purchase process is usually very easy or very difficult. You check for those two. Make sure that these people have the right documentation, and if they don't, then it means the whole process is going to be a lot of work. So the other day I had such an amazing experience with that client, and she walked into our office, purchased a plot in Thika, Salam. Actually, we are selling for 899, and she went home a very happy client because everything was there. We did a site visit. She picked a plot. We checked for the beacons, checked for the drainage, checked for electricity, checked for, what do we call it, the water, whether there is a no water issue. And then after that, she did her search, involved a surveyor for some advice and an advocate for the paperwork. And then after that, we signed the agreement. And now what she's waiting for is her title deed, which probably takes about 2 weeks all the way to 30 days, if actually those titles are ready, which for us, all our title deeds are usually ready. So for any future questions on the process of buying land, please feel free to ask Imarika Homes for ways to help you when it comes with your land ownership journey. And remember, my name is Ken, or you can call me Ken or Properties at Imarika Homes. Thank you so much.